We're at the Navy famous City Dock in Annapolis, Maryland. And now it's time for the coin toss, and it's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. The pregame festivities are over, and we're just about set to get this game underway. Jones from the 1. He wasn't breaking that tackle. What a hit. The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive. He's out to the 30. Got some open field. And he is drilled at the 34-yard line. How about that for a statement?
And what a nice counter play there. The line did a good job of blocking up front, and the tailback did the rest once he got by the first wave of defenders.
And down he goes at the 35-yard line.
Loss of 1 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
And he's taken down around the 33-yard line. Stays in bounds to make a nice catch. And he hits him hard at the 20.
If these defenders continue to exploit the O-line like that, it's going to be a long day for this running back.
It's 2nd and 13. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Easy, easy, easy. Lucky 97.
He makes his way out to about the 12. Plenty of time in the pocket. Little screen pass. Tackle made around the 5-yard line.
I think the big thing for a defense when they face a screen is chasing it from the inside out, which means the defensive linemen are the key to slowing down a really well-executed screen pass. Because if you think about it, the offensive linemen are getting downfield, blocking against the line.
Touchdown, midshipman.
A powerful push by the line and a really nice run. That'll get you into the end zone almost every time.
He makes the PAT. Time for an update from the studio. Reese, what have you got?
A good one going in New Orleans.
Howell has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. He just drills this one. He's to the 10. He gets out to about the 18-yard line. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. And he's tackled at the 29. Makes the grab, and he's got the first.
I tell you what, this defense better start to get pressure on the quarterback. They're giving him way too much time back there to throw the football.
5 wide. Tackle around the 38-yard line. They're going no huddle here, so a good way to keep the defense from substituting. Throws it deep. And he got it. He's tackled at the 14. The Bulls have a lot at stake here, including some possible record-breaking performances. Records and stats are great, but I think to a man, these players say, let's win the game first, and then any accolades we get along with it, that'd be great. And a quick throw. And they're in. Touchdown. They'll line up for the extra point in an attempt to tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. A 4-play, 82-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown.
You know, you always prepare your offense to think that we're going to have some success. But these guys got to be coming over the sidelines after touchdown saying, man, I didn't expect it to be this easy.
Jones fields it at the 1. He's taken down at the 27-yard line. And we see this offense again after what you, Kirk, called a very physical touchdown drive.
Well, I say that, Brad, because the big hog mollies up front were able to create holes for the running game, and it helped them get the score. Let's see if they can do it again.
He's taken down at the 44.
A pass like that is so hard to defend because the defender doesn't have a great play on the ball unless it's underthrown. It's all based on connection between the quarterback and his receiver.
Brought down at the 39. Throws and it's incomplete.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 39. Quick strike to the receiver. He's at the 20. They'll bring him down around the 2-yard line.
That makes it 1st and goal.
Quick throw, tight end, touchdown. And he converts the extra point. A 5-play, 73-yard drive, and they get it in for 7.
Brad, how about the guys up front? The offensive line giving the quarterback plenty of time to be able to read the defense and make the right throw.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 10. He gets out to about the 15-yard line.
Brad, this is my kind of game. I love seeing this kind of production and the way these quarterbacks are playing. Both teams are challenging both of these defenses.
Well, they got the result you always want on the last drive. Let's see if it happens again.
Well, I think this defense has got to do something because right now the quarterback is in such a good rhythm that you've got to do something to try to get him out of it. I would suggest trying to bring more pressure. Try to come up with an exotic blitz look to try to get him on his heels as opposed to being the aggressor and attacking the defense.
1st and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line. And they make the stop at about the 45.
That's good for a gain of 15 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's go. Round 50.
Going long. And he's got it. Shows some moves, and he's in. Here comes the kicker to try to tie this game up. And he hits the PAT. A short 3-play, 85-yard drive. And they come away with 7 points.
Well, Brad, right now this offense is hot, and they also took advantage of some mistakes there by the defense.
Morton ready to kick. Beard fields at the goal line. He's to the 20. Tackle at the 32. Well, it's early in this game right now, and you've got to wonder, can they keep this kind of pace up score-wise?
I know it's almost tick for tack at this point, but eventually I think these defenses will settle down and this will become a more competitive game.
Well, the offense heading back out onto the field after that kick, hoping to turn this drive into another touchdown.
I think the defense right now is just sitting back on their heels. They're allowing the offense to kind of dictate things to them. And the one thing is that any defensive coordinator will tell you in the country, you have to be the one trying to dictate things to the offense. So change it up. Try something different. If it's not working, you can't continue to sit back on your heels.
That's a great tackle at the 27.
But the defense is fired up, responding and reacting to that sack. Not only do they get the quarterback, but they hit him and hit him hard. I think that can really create some confidence for this defense. The next time this quarterback drops back to throw, you got to be thinking he's going to be a little bit gun-shy and concerned about the pressure that these defense is putting on him.
And down he goes at the 33-yard line. So the offense fails to pick up a first down.
4th down.
Burgess is waiting for the snap. He puts it away, and it's a great kick. And he can't hang on to the ball. Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
I'll tell you, few plays in football can test your concentration like returning punts. You got to see the ball into your hands while not worrying about being hit. I was really impressed with their last series. They came out with a focus on the passing game, and the offense got the job done. We'll see if they have the same strategy here.
Handoff, and he's met in the backfield.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
From their own 20-yard line. 2nd down. Quick out to his receiver, and he's taken down around the 30-yard line.
10 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
He makes it out to maybe the 33-yard line, and they keep it on the ground for the first down.
Nothing too fancy here. The key is that the running back was able to convert the first down.
From their own 33-yard line. First down.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go.
Under pressure. Fires out to his wideout. Tackle made at the 39-yard line.
Tate on the tackle at the 39-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Double tight. 3 down. Let's go.
Now he tries to buy some time, and he's going to be sacked.
Love an aggressive mentality from a defense. They brought the safety on the blitz, and he was able to get through there and get all the way to the quarterback for a big loss.
And here's another 3rd down. Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. And he's tackled at the 47.
18 yards. 1st down.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. It's on the ground. He picks it up. Tackle at the 35.
I'll tell you, when a guy as big as this lineman gets his paws on a loose ball, you can pretty much forget about it. You're not getting the ball back from him.
So at the end of 1 quarter, 14 apiece. Back to the action here in the 2nd quarter. It's been a good one and a tight one at this point. They've been like a couple of fighters feeling each other out so far. Let's see if they start to open it up a little bit more now. They'll drop in for a loss. They swallowed that one up. That option play lost about a yard.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd down and 11. Ball on the 36-yard line. He makes his way out to about the 25.
Called a gain of 11 yards. 3rd down.
3 down. Check Mike 99. Check 4. Check 24.
The lineman got a little ahead of the snap count. Here's the call.
False start, offense.
They'll line up for another 3rd down play because of the penalty.
Well, here you're in a third down situation, and then someone makes a mental mistake. It makes your blood boil if you're a coach.
3rd down now, and they need to get it to the 25.
Check 31. Let's go.
Here they come. Zips it to the tight end. He's tackled around the 27-yard line.
That brings up 4th and 3.
Navy could take the lead with this field goal. He gets it up, and he got it. And he's got to be happy about that kick.
Oh, no question. This kid is just a solid kicker.
17-14, Navy. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He makes it to the 18-yard line. There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this, some players try to press too much, and that can cause mistakes. Here's the throw. I don't think he got anything on that.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From their own 18-yard line. 2nd down. He's on the run. Tough throw on the run and caught. He's taken down around the 28-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards. That makes it first and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
And he's immediately tackled.
Ramirez is the tackle at the 37-yard line. First down.
Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Doubles, doubles, doubles. Check three, check three, check three. Yeah, let's go sack lunch. Ready?
Fires out quickly to the tailback. Very good tackle in space.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. That brings up second and 1.
And he's hit before he can go anywhere. Ford gains 4 yards on that reception.
Nothing special here. Quick pass and a good catch, but it keeps the chains moving.
When you've got a quarterback making throws that quickly, the defense doesn't have a lot of time to react to the play.
Mike, 53. Ready? Green 95. Green 95.
Brought down around the 29-yard line.
Banks on the tackle at the 29-yard line. That makes it first and 10.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Got it. And he goes down quickly.
McCarthy brings him down at the 22-yard line. That'll bring up second and 3.
Check 59. Mike, Mike is 59.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Ready? Red 18. Red 18.
Receivers got it on the screen. He gets hit out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Gain of 7 yards. First down.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 15-yard line.
Down. Check 59.
Throws a bullet over the middle. And that sets them up with a first and goal.
That's good for a gain of 12 yards. That makes it first and goal.
10th play of the drive.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check 59. Mike, Mike is 59.
Touchdown. He splits the uprights with the extra point. A 10-play, 83-yard drive. And the result, 7 points.
Brett, I thought the key to that drive really had a lot to do with the quarterback and the receivers getting in sync, making it very tough for the defense to slow them down.
So the score now, 21-17. It's fielded at the 2. And he's taken down at the 23-yard line. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions.
3 down. Check Mike, 99. Mike, 99.
Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
That's a gain of 4 on the play. That makes it second and 6.
3 down. Check Mike, 99. Mike, 99.
He chucks it downfield. He got it. He's got an opening. Touchdown, midshipman. So the kicker will line up here and try to give his team a 3-point lead with this extra point. Navy is up 2. And he adds the extra point. Howell gets set to kick this one away. He sends this one deep. He's to the 10. And he's tackled at the 20. Ellison's play in the first half has been impressive, and that's the way he's played quarterback all season long and in this first half too. But right now he needs some help, Kirk, and I think he's about ready to go over the sideline and start kicking some fannies.
I think he better, Brad. I think you're right. He's playing well enough for this team to win, but unfortunately they're losing. They still have a lot of football left to go, and I'm with you. I think one way to try to get this team to turn it around is he's going to have to provide that leadership, maybe challenge him a little bit on the sideline, and definitely at halftime and try to get him ready to go in the second half.
Second and 5. Ball on their own 25.
Check 59, Mike. Easy.
Makes it out to about the 36.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Runs it left for a decent gain.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it second and 4.
So it's second down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
Gain of 4 yards. That makes it first and 10.
The Bulls had one of their key players go down earlier, but it looks like he might be able to get back in the lineup. Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. They'll bring him down around the 43-yard line.
Gain of 11 yards. First down.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Caught out in the open. Gets by him and still on his feet. And he will score. He hauls in his second touchdown catch.
You know, this guy is such a difficult target to cover in the passing game. It usually doesn't matter who's covering him. He always seems to find a way to get open and make a catch.
And he converts the extra point. Morton has the ball all teed up, and he's ready to kick this one off. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's to the 20. And down he goes at the 24. Well, Herbie, if nothing else, we're keeping Reese Davis busy because the updates are coming from our game.
Yeah, and the good thing about so many updates is Pollock doesn't have any room to talk because all it is Reese and these highlights.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. And they make the stop around the 33-yard line. Close to a 9-yard pickup there on the slant.
Well, the receiver does a nice job on his route. And how about the throw by the quarterback? Perfect execution. And when those two things are going well, the offense has a good chance at picking up big yards.
Short yardage situation here. It's second down and 1. They come out in an empty backfield. And down he goes, right around the 42-yard line. The quarterback in the gun, empty backfield, 5 wide receivers in the formation. Pulls it in, first down, and he's knocked out of bounds. From the 18-yard line, it's first down. Decent run here, right side. Hart picks up 5 with the carry. Navy's going to have to use their second time out of the half. Just throws this one away. From the 13-yard line, it's 3rd down.
Let's go! Black 90!
Hit on the throw. He caught it. Touchdown, Navy! Trying to go up by 3. They'll kick the extra point. Navy with a 2-point advantage. And he tacks on the extra point. A 6-play, 77-yard drive. And it's good for 7 points.
Brad, how about the guys up front? The offensive line giving the quarterback plenty of time to be able to read the defense and make the right throw.
So our score, 31-28. And he's shoved out of bounds around the 23-yard line.
Boy, this is a competitive game. It's fun to watch these two teams go back and forth. Just when you think one team has the edge, the other gets right back into it. This is exciting.
Not much of a problem getting the ball in the end zone on their last drive as this quarterback just picked apart the defense.
You know, when this defense went over to the sideline based on the way they've been playing so far, this defense coordinator's got to be livid. He's got to get in their face. He's got to challenge them. He's got to get their emotions going, because when you play defense, it's not just about X's and O's. It's about attitude and playing with a lot of confidence.
Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, here we go.
Fires across the middle. And he's taken down at about the 39-yard line.
That's a gain of 12 on the play. First down.
Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Coming. Ready.
He's scrambling. And he is drilled at the 37-yard line.
He has one job on passing situations: get to the quarterback, and he did that job very, very well on that play.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long. 5 wide. Throws it into coverage, and it's intercepted. Tackle made at the 34-yard line.
He seemed a little hesitant on that throw, and that left the defender time to break on the ball and pick it off.
Navy has a 3-point lead. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. He's knocked out of bounds right around the 6-yard line. First and goal from the 5. They're knocking on the door. Quick strike to the receiver. Touchdown. And he hits the PAT. They line up to kick this one away. Excellent kick. He's to the 10. And he makes it out to about the 17-yard line. Now, what a game it's been for this quarterback, Kirk.
Well, I think this whole offense is really clicking, and it's allowing him as a quarterback just to settle in and find his rhythm.
Quarterback couldn't maintain possession on their last drive. Let's see what he does here.
The first rule on offense is to take care of the football. These guys need to remember that on this drive.
Throws incomplete, knocked away.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball on the 17. And he's tackled at the 49-yard line. The Bulls are going to call their second timeout. And for Ellison, he's making it look way too easy. That last completion gives him 400 in this first half.
Anytime you pass for 400 yards in a game, you're making good reads and delivering the ball where it's got to be. He's having a solid game out there.
Now it's 1st and 10 with the defense trying to regroup after giving up the big pass. They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. He goes downtown. Can't connect. And that'll do it. We head to the break. Still plenty of time left in this one. 38-28, Navy. All right, Reese and David, thanks, guys. Second half action just about ready to start here. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. Tackle made at the 19-yard line. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. He makes the catch and has a first down. He's pushed out of bounds at the 35.
Gain of 16 on the play. First down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Easy. Over.
Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. He's tackled at the 40.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's 2nd down, 5 to go. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Mike is 59.
Fires quick, he catches another, and he's hit before he can go anywhere.
That's good for a gain of 16 yards. First down.
Squeeze, double. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Ready?
Quick pass, and he's right there to knock it away.
This is a well-prepared defense. They know where to be, and they know what their opponent likes to do. They play tight coverage as well.
From the 44-yard line, 2nd down.
Easy.
They go to the run, and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss.
Really good play here and run support by the linebacker. The big guys up front took away the running lanes, and he was able to get through for a loss.
Gets it to his wide receiver, and he's got another one. He's taken down at about the 33-yard line.
Watch the ball. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Ready?
Looks to him again, complete. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Makes the good route. Yates makes the tackle at the 20-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
Pick it up. Check 59. Here we go.
Quick release. Oh, had it knocked down.
Shows the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
It's the 9th play of the drive.
Let's go. Mike 53.
Throws complete, and he stopped immediately.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So the offense will move a little bit closer with that penalty. Here they go. First and goal, down by a couple of possessions. They try running left. Tackle around the 4-yard line. 3-yard gain by the running back.
That brings up second and goal.
This is the 11th play of this drive. This defense not wanting to give an inch here. They'll bring him down around the 2-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. That makes it third and goal.
The defense backed up into their own end zone. It's third and goal from the 1. Fumble! He picks it up.
Anytime a running back loses the football, it puts a little bit more caution in his step. You'll see them covering the ball with 2 hands, and it sometimes can slow them down.
And here we go with the offense ready to get things going again. And the booth is going to take a few looks at this to see whether or not the ball came out before he was down. So a big momentum shift could be in the making here as we take a look at the possible fumble.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So after the review, they reverse the call on the field. Watch out for a pass play when you're in a goal line D. Touchdown. Trying to get within a field goal. They'll try the point after. He makes the PAT. So an 11-play, 76-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown.
Brad, that's one of those drives that can just tear your heart out. That can really demoralize a defense when they drive the ball down the field, and a lot of the yards came on the ground.
Looks like they're ready for the kick. Jones from the 3. And he's tackled at the 25. Ellison's kept his cool after a bad first half, Kirk, and they're right in this thing.
You know, even when his team was down, he just never seemed to panic. He was cool in the huddle. He got his teammates on the same page and has really just taken command of this offense. I think he's been unbelievable, and his talent, I think, is through the roof. But I think it's his mental toughness is what really puts him into a category all by himself.
The halfback with a carry. He gets out to about the 25-yard line.
No gain. That makes it second and 10.
Navy is up a field goal. He's to the 40. Got some open field. At the 30, to the 20, to the 10. And a huge touchdown play. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Powell has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. He just drills this one. He's to the 10. He makes it out to maybe the 16-yard line. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. And he's stopped behind the line.
That's a loss of 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
They line up at the 14. It's 2nd down. And they make the stop at the 24-yard line.
Call it a gain of 10 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Gets out to around the 35.
That's a gain of 11 on the play. 1st down.
Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. We ain't give up nothing. Blue 45.
Dangerous throw. This one's picked off. Sheds a tackler, and down he goes around the 41-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line.
Ready. 180. Wide. 80. Check, check.
He makes his way to about the 32.
That brings us 2nd and 9.
Got an opening. Inside the 10. And he will score. And he adds the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 10. And he's taken down at the 23. And the offense will take the field, and they're certainly hoping to do better than they did on their last drive, which ended with a turnover.
This quarterback can make good passes. He just needs to focus on not forcing the ball to his receivers.
And it's picked off. He flings it. Look at the power. Unbelievable. And the quarterback just can't believe it. He really wishes he could have that one back.
Every quarterback has passes that he wishes he could have back. However, hey, a pick is a pick, and no one is going to care how bad he wants that one back.
We'll take another look at the play here. And I'll be honest, I couldn't tell if he made the catch or not.
Man, from our angle, it was really hard to tell. I think this one could go either way.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So after some discussion, the call on the field stands. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 29. There's a very impressive open field tackle. The 10. Touchdown, midshipman. The defense hasn't been able to keep this guy from the end zone. He's got 4 scores.
We wondered if the linebackers were going to be able to slow him down today, and I guess that answer is pretty simple. No.
And he tacks on the extra point. Navy to kick this one off. Sends it sailing downfield. And they can forget about returning this one. The Bulls are just falling apart in this quarter. I mean, are there any positives you can even use to motivate the team right now?
Well, as bad as it looks and feels right now, there's still over a quarter of football to be played. You just got to forget about the mistakes, try to get a little bit of momentum created, and get confidence back in this quarterback being able to make plays for it.
And he's taken down at the 37.
That makes it first and 10.
Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Ready?
He wants it all. Knocked down, incomplete.
Number 89, he intended to see the play. That makes it second and 10.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 37. And he's hit immediately.
First down.
Here we go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Fires quickly, and he's got his man. Tackle made at the 16.
With the reception. That's a gain of 31 on the play. First down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Check.
Throws to the receiver. Got it for the touchdown. And the quarterback stays on the field as they try for the two-point conversion. Now we'll see how the backup can do after that injury. Stevens gets the ball, and they won't get the two. It was a 5-play, 75-yard drive, and they'll come away with 6 points after failing on the two-point conversion.
Brett, I thought the key to that drive really had a lot to do with the quarterback and the receivers getting in sync, making it very tough for the defense to slow them down.
He's to the 20. He's tackled at the 26. Navy's offense has just been dominant here in the third quarter, and it's got to be pretty demoralizing for the defense.
Yeah, the defense, I mean, they just have to get some kind of stop here to be able to get some confidence and be able to get their own offense into the position of being able to put some points up. But right now, they just cannot stop this high-powered attack.
So now both teams come trotting back out onto the field. And he tackles him hard at the 24.
Well, you can really mess with an offense's game plan if you can take away their ability to run.
Second and 12 coming up here. Ball on the 24. They'll get him for a loss. The D sniffs out the screen pass and holds him to a short gain.
Contain, contain, contain. That's the only way you can shut down a guy with 4.2 speed.
Let's go, man. Get up. Let's go. Easy.
And he hauls it in. And he's tackled at about the 41. Pass incomplete, trying to get it to his receiver.
Jones is taking the receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
From their own 41-yard line. Second down. Tackle outside after a nice pickup.
Gain of 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Roger, Roger. Check Mike, 9-9, Mike, 9-9.
He's under pressure. Quick strike to the receiver. He's pushed out of bounds. The 38-yard line, and that brings an end to the 3rd quarter. Navy's up by 18.
First down.
All right, we're just about set to start action here again in the 4th quarter. Big opening. He's at the 20. He's tackled at the 11-yard line.
Great job here converting and keeping this defense on the field. They're getting very tired.
Looking left, finds his fullback. He gets hit out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
1 yard. That makes it 2nd and 10.
He's taken down at the 7.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. 3rd down.
Pass is tipped away.
You know, that actually might have been a break for the offense. Sometimes tip passes can linger in the air and get picked off.
It's 4th down. They're going to go for the easy 3 here. He gets it up, and it sails through the uprights. They line up to kick this one away. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 10. They'll bring him down at the 19-yard line. They got into the end zone last time. Let's see if they can match that on this possession. And he pulls it down. Inside the 30. Tackle at the 11.
First down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Looks to a receiver. Touchdown. Well, they're going to try for the 2-point conversion. He's got the 2. Morton looks ready to kick this one off.
Here back to return.
And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's to the 20. He's taken down at the 23-yard line. And for Hart, putting up good numbers.
You know, the most impressive thing you could say is not only does the entire defense know, the entire stadium knows he's going to get the football, and they still cannot slow him down. That's a commitment by the running back. It's also a commitment by the offensive line and the coach. And when you're an offensive coordinator and you have a back that's in this kind of zone, the most important thing for you to do, continue to give him the...
Feeling the pressure, and he fumbles the football. Tackled for a loss. So the sack makes this a 2nd and long. On the throw, incomplete pass.
Jones is the intended receiver on the way. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Man left, man left. Switch.
Aaron and out long. Missed him.
This unit has quick hands, and they showed it there by knocking away the pass.
4th down.
Burgess is the punter. Meyer takes it at the 47. Tackle at the 46-yard line. And for Hart, it's been a fun afternoon.
Why, he has, but let's also give some credit to the offensive line. Doing a tremendous job of pushing the defensive line back to give the running back some room to work with. What he's putting on display is his versatility. I mean, we knew coming in about how he could pound the rock and run this football. Today we're learning about how he can catch the ball out of the backfield. So the versatility along with the soft hands and the natural athletic ability has really separated him from the rest of the pack.
Good open field tackle.
Makes the grab. Ramirez on the tackle at the 31-yard line. 1st down.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
He scrambled. And he has it on the corner. He's at the 20. And no one can get it. It bounces out of bounds. Throws a bullet over the middle. Inside the 10. A huge play, and now they're in a great position to score.
Nice job of picking up the Mike linebacker blitz and hitting his man for the 1st down.
Tackled after a decent pickup. There's a player down. I'm not sure what happened.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
Easy.
From the 1-yard line. 2nd down. A short yardage defense here. And it pays off. Touchdown. So the offense is going to go for 2.
Check three. Yeah. Ready?
He's in for the conversion. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He sends this one deep. He's to the 20. Across the 30. Room around the corner. To the 20. The 10. And he scores. Touchdown. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Navy gets set to kick this one away. He just drills this one. He's to the 10. Brought down at the 18-yard line. The Bulls are a scoring machine right now. They put up 22 unanswered. The offense is on its way out on the field again, and they haven't had any problem finding the end zone in their past couple of drives.
Well, it's one thing to have speed. It's another thing to have an idea of what you're doing and how to attack defense. And right now, these wide receivers clearly have done an outstanding job in being able to make their reads and getting out of their breaks, and the quarterback put the ball right on the money.
So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. And a quick throw. They'll bring him down at the 40.
Nicholas on the tackle at the 40-yard line. That makes it second.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. And it's caught. And they make the stop around the 32-yard line.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. That makes it first and 10.
Strike to his receiver, no good.
Number 81, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
It's second and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. And down he goes at the 22-yard line. Brought down at the 5.
That's good for a gain of 17 yards. That makes it first and goal.
First and goal, and they need a touchdown here to get back in this game. Up the middle for a nice gain.
That brings up second and goal.
And this is the 8th play of the drive. They're crowding that line of scrimmage. He's in for the touchdown. They'll go for 2 in this situation. Less than 3 minutes in the game. And they'll run him again. And he's in for 2. Looks like they're ready for the kick.
Beard sets a return.
Jones from the 2. He gets out to about the 25-yard line.
Brad, this is my kind of game. I love seeing this kind of production and the way these quarterbacks are playing. Both teams are challenging both of these defenses.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. He makes it to the 28-yard line.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it 6 and 7.
Fires to his fullback, no good.
Gore was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 3rd and 7.
Third down and 7. Ball on the 28-yard line. The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation. Looks over the middle, and it's picked off. And he's taken down at about the 43-yard line. From the 43-yard line. First down. Just under 2 to go in the game. Tackle made at the 15.
Gain of 28 on the play. First down.
Gains his way to the 7-yard line.
Called a gain of 8 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
So it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go. Taken down as he works the left for a nice gain.
Gain of 4 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
Well, this is it. They've got all 4 downs to get in the end zone. Defense stacked in tight here. And that looked like a pretty good move as they called timeout before the play clock ran out. They go right back to him, and this time they get him in the backfield.
That brings him 2nd and goal.
The Bulls call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. From the 3-yard line. 2nd down. Got to be careful of a pass play with this defense. Touchdown, and now they're in front. So the kicker will line up here and try to give his team a 3-point lead with this extra point. And he adds the extra point. I wouldn't be surprised if they just squib it here.
Jones back to return.
Beard fields it at the 2. He's to the 20. He makes it out to maybe the 20-yard line. Here we are late in the fourth quarter, and this is what this game has come down to. Every possession's going to count, and this could be the one right here. Caught, open field. He's out of bounds at the 38. From their own 38-yard line, it's first down. One last play, folks. It's time to find out how far he can throw it and see if this game becomes one of the all-time greatest. Here we go. He sails it long. The defender had it and then dropped it. And so that's going to do it. Our final score in this one, 72-69.
69.
That does it for this edition of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler saying so long.
You like that? You like that?